Hello, bonjour and bonjour. It is the 26th of June 2022, I'm on a bicycle, and once again I've brought you all to a field in the middle of nowhere. This particular one is in Normandy.
So I suppose the question is, what exactly am I doing here?
Well, let's rewind 3 months. Back in March, I made a video about the legendary Cityrama Citroën 55s, the fantastic futuristic tourist buses of 1960s Paris. But the one thing I couldn't do in that video that I would have loved to is show you one of the buses in real life. I just couldn't find any information on the internet about what had happened to them. This old Flickr photo from 2008 seemed to be the last time anyone had seen one of them alive. But I thought, if anyone knows more about this, it's my viewers. And sure enough, a couple of you told me the Cityrama from the photo still survives, but it's the only one left, and it's kept in private storage, locked up in a secret location. But then, 2 weeks ago, I received a new message. And that's why today I've cycled 25 kilometres across rural Normandy to bring you all to this field. I've come to an event called Les Ruralies, which is not easy to pronounce if you're not French, but it is a classic car event with a rural twist. In other words, it's not just cars, there are also tractors, trucks, vans, tractors, more tractors, you get the idea. And to be fair, there are some absolutely gorgeous vintage vehicles here that have been beautifully looked after by some very proud owners. And of course, we're not here to see any of that. Let's face it, there is only one thing that we're here for. This is the last surviving Cityrama Citroën 55, and it's just about hanging on. There's rust everywhere, it's lost part of its big red fin at the back, and most of the windows have long since disappeared, which, if anything, has vastly improved the ventilation issues with the original design. But regardless of the state that it's in, it is brilliant just to see it in real life. This is not only the first time that I've ever seen it, it's the first time nearly anyone has seen it for something like 20 years. And almost unbelievably, someone actually drove it here. It still works. I'm told they had to drive it very gently to make sure that no more bits of it fell off on the way, and apparently it didn't have to travel too far from the secret location. They still won't tell anyone exactly where that is. But more to the point, what is it doing here? Why have they suddenly decided to bring it out now, after such a long time, hidden away? Well, it's good news! The Cityrama is now owned by a local group of classic vehicle enthusiasts called the ANAU, and thanks to them, it is finally going to be sent to the repair shop. But before they hand it over, they've brought it here today in order to generate a bit of publicity and try and raise extra funds for the restoration work. And more about that later if you'd like to help out. But first, here's Philippe from Normandie Classiques, the company who've been given the job of restoring it, and he's going to tell us which parts of the vehicle they need to work on.
Le principe, ça va être de le démonter entièrement, déshabiller, enlever le moteur, tout ça, le sabler et refaire la structure. Et après, on refait la carrosserie et on remonte toute la mécanique, il repart en peinture. Et après, le reste habituel, électricité, intérieur, il y a beaucoup de choses à faire.
Oui, j'imagine, il y a un grand boulot à faire.
Pour 4 ans de boulot, quoi. Voilà,
4 ans.
4 ans de travail.
D'accord.
Luckily, Philippe and his team have literally tons of experience of restoring classic vehicles, and it's great to know that the Citirama is in good hands. If all goes well, then in 4 years' time I'll make another video about it, and it should look quite different. But right now, I can't help noticing that someone has left the back door open, and there is no way we're missing an opportunity to take a quick look inside. When I made that video about the Citirama back in March, I was hoping we might track it down one day, but I never dreamed that just 3 months later I would be literally standing inside it. Yet these are the same panoramic windows that gave beautiful views of Paris to hundreds of happy tourists while gradually toasting them. And you can still see the buttons on the armrest where passengers could choose the language that they wanted their guided tour to be in, something that would have blown your mind back when these buses were built. Anyway, I'm going to jump back off the bus before I accidentally break something irreplaceable, but before we end the video, I promised the people from the association that I would share their donation link. So if you'd like to make a small contribution to restoring the Citirama, the link for donations is on screen now, and I'll put it in the description too. I need to warn you, the site is exclusively in French, but hopefully it's fairly intuitive even if you don't speak the language. You just need to select the amount that you want to donate, fill in your name and address, whack in your payment details, press the big red button, and you're done. Meanwhile, if you want to see the Citirama yourself, I'm afraid you'll either have to wait 4 years or be very quick. It is at Le Mans this weekend for the classic car race. After that, it will go to the repair shop to be looked after by the experts, and I don't know whether people like you and me will be able to go and see it. So a massive thank you to everyone who tagged me on social media to let me know that this event was happening today. A big merci to the ANAU and the team from Normandie Classiques for all of their help. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon.